Hello everyone, my name is David Chi and I will be presenting a few solutions to a substantial problem that has limited the growth of Nike Incorporated. Before I begin, I would like to thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to my proposal. Throughout the past decade, Nike has been the leading corporation amongst the athletic footwear, apparel, and equipment industry. Half of the corporation's revenue derives from the sales in the United States, while the other half is from the rest of the world. As you can see, the majority of Nike's revenue comes from the United States, yet they have declined in sales from about 1.5 billion in 2017 to 1.4 billion in 2018. On the other hand, its international sales have increased. The leading regions in terms of international revenue are Europe and Africa, followed by China, then Asia Pacific, and Latin America. The leading international countries, which are Europe and Africa, have about double the revenue of the other regions. Now, in order for Nike to maintain its leading position in the market, they must expand their branch in other developing countries. The major problem for Nike lies within their failure to effectively market and expand its brand to the largest developing country in the world, otherwise known as China. Today, China's economic growth rate triumphs that of the United States and is the most populated country in the world. Although Nike has been successful in the United States, it is important for them to expand their operations to emerging markets, especially China. The importance of targeting China is that their population and economy is growing at a much faster rate than the United States. Establishing its dominance in China would create numerous opportunities to further expand its corporation around the world. As mentioned earlier, Nike's revenue has declined in North America while showing a growth in sales internationally. Instead of investing more time and money to find a solution for the decline in North American sales, Nike has much more potential to increase its revenue by focusing on expanding in China. In order to do so, they must first learn their culture and consumer preferences to construct effective marketing strategies. This should be the first step because it is important to advertise and produce products that correlate to their everyday lives. In the past, Nike has failed to market its products in China due to the lack of cultural awareness. They introduced a new Air Force One design, as shown here, for the upcoming Chinese New Year in hopes of having a blowout in sales during the holiday. The shoes featured riding on their heels with the Chinese character Fa on the left and Fu on the right. Fa meaning getting rich and Fu meaning happiness. The problem was that when you put these two shoes together, it would mean getting fat in Chinese. After understanding how their market works and its consumer preferences, Nike must develop a plan and perhaps collaborate with experienced businessmen in China. Then they should execute their strategies, observe consumer trends, and search for further improvement if necessary. As soon as they execute their marketing plan, Nike should invest in sponsoring and endorsing famous Chinese athletes to increase brand awareness and product image. The use of sponsors and endorsements are one of the main reasons for the company's success in the athletic industry. This second solution would be beneficial because targeting athletes that are well known and influential in China would inspire consumers to purchase their gear. In order for Nike to gain brand recognition, they should sponsor Chinese athletes such as Ma Long, the best table tennis player in China. Due to his prominence in the sport, endorsing Ma Long will increase the market share of Nike products in China. In 2013, he was ranked number 1 in the world, but now he is currently ranked 6. Since he is still well known in the sport, when he competes in global competitions, the audience watching his matches will also be international, further bringing exposure to Nike's branding. Overall, investing the time and money into these solutions are feasible because Nike already spends a large amount of money just for marketing expenses. In the past 4 years, they have spent an average of $3 billion. By investing money into understanding the culture of China and their customer preferences, they can improve their targeting, segmentation, and positioning strategies to produce products that accommodate the market in China efficiently. Also, the use of endorsements and sponsors will further benefit the company by bringing more brand awareness and sales. The cost of endorsing Chinese athletes would range anywhere from $1 to a few $1,000,000 depending on the duration of the contract. Nike has spent about $8 billion in endorsements since 2002 and $1 billion in the past year. Therefore, the cost of investing into athletes are both beneficial and profitable since it would only cost about 1 to 3% of its total endorsement expenses per athlete. If Nike considers these solutions that I have proposed, they will be able to dominate the athletic sportswear and equipment industry in China and ultimately the world. Thank you.